When you're ready.
Kind of on the offensive side, what's your biggest takeaway from that?
We some really good stuff. Guys made plays. I thought it got better as it went. A little sloppy early on. Just having trouble finishing. A little bit of decision making here and there with quarterbacks, but certainly improved over time. I like to see that they fought back. They didn't just sit in it, and they flipped the script, and that was pretty good. So we got a lot to work on, but I'm pleased with guys are showing that they can make plays out there.
Being a big camp for Eddie Freoff so far, just wondering, what you've seen, and then, what you can say about the person.
Yeah, I think for those of us that have been here with him for the last, year now, just how much better he's gotten. We all knew he was a pretty raw player to start with, but he's worked at it. He's obviously a pretty impressive guy physically. He's learned how to control his body and finish. It's just cool to see those guys that work at it, and it's starting to come to fruition for him.
The touchdown to Freoff showed light touch by Malik. We know he can throw deep. That's his big calling card.
Yeah.
But is he pretty consistent, too, with the light stuff?
He's a really good touch thrower. I don't think you're going to see him a lot of time, really zipping it in there. He has the ability to do it, but he's a great touch passer. He was actually supposed to hand that ball off, but we're going to have to deal with that a little bit with Malik. He likes to throw it, but it was an unbelievable throw, unbelievable catch. Like to see it down there. And we've also pushed these guys to attack. I want them to have an attacking mindset and not just always adjust to what the defense does. So I like that part of it. We always want to be process-based and not just results-based. So we're going to talk about it and say, hey, this look. Actually, we probably don't need to talk about it, because when he came off, I said, that was a run. And he said, I know. It's all right. We'll deal with it.
Coach, what have you seen in terms of growth in the offensive line first couple of weeks? Obviously still a work in progress, still getting some guys back, but what have you seen so far?
Yeah, I think you kind of hit it on the head there. There's some guys that we'll be playing with on Saturdays that aren't necessarily out there right now. Very rarely do you play with 5 all year, so we're going to have to develop that depth. Those guys have to go in there and fail. They have to do it wrong and get coached, and you guys know they're going to get coached, and they're going to get coached hard. You're seeing growth. You're seeing guys don't play fast until they really trust what they're doing and know what they're doing and know that they know what they're doing. Starting to see that with some of them. And it's that no position in football is more developmental than up front. So I like where we're at. We got a ways to go.
Do you sleep better at night knowing that Coach Cav is the guy coaching him?
I do, because I know that he's going to coach them hard and love them hard, and he's very much a process guy, and it's never going to be good enough. And that's kind of how I work too, and that's how we want it. Those guys will get better for it.
With the tight end group that you've got, Riley and Cooper working their way in alongside Bryce, what do you like about that group, and where do you see them right now?
Football or offense is very much who the best 11 are. You prove that you can be on the field or not. We don't just get into personnel sets to get into them for fun. You got to show that you're a playmaker and you can do things. Those two have had a great camp. Cooper, my first year here, had struggled with some injuries, and it's good to see him healthy. It's good to get Riley in. He's getting more confident in what we're doing. We've got a deep room there. There's a lot of guys that can play. So we need to get them on the field. But whoever the best 11 are is who we're going to try to get out there. And I'm really happy with where that room is at right now.
This was an opportunity to see the backs behind Hank, more today. Just what are you seeing from that competition to get that?
I think it was a position where we, needed to figure out what we had. Been a pleasant surprise. We're very deep in that room right now. There's a lot of guys that will play. They'll contribute on special teams. Obviously, Hank is a proven commodity, but we've talked about it in our room that when Hank had Jam with him, he was a much better football player. Not that he wasn't good at the end of the year, but it's hard to take 30 carries a game and be good the next week. We want Hank to be the best Hank, and those other guys need to fit in where they can, and we're going to use them all. They've all got kind of different skill sets, but I think you saw some really special stuff. Obviously, Salah showed his speed today and broke a big one. those other guys have some different abilities there that I'm really happy with where we're at right now.
So obviously got kind of pressed into playing time last year as a true freshman, just with Jan's injury.
Yeah.
How have you seen him evolve in those going into year 2?
I think he's just more confident in what he's doing. I mean, I sound like a broken record on it, but when you know what you're doing, you have the ability to play faster. When you are second guessing your first thought that comes to your mind, you play slow. We want these guys going 100 miles an hour, regardless of what the decision they make before the snap is. So I think you just see the progression and maturity of being able to play faster. And Coach Pick's given them some really simple rules to play by, and starting to see that happen more and more in practice.